head coach for the Bronx is Dr. Eric Rowan. The officials in a positive manner, profanity, racist, sexist, or homophobic comments or color discriminating actions directed at the official student, athletes, coaches, team representatives, or spectators will not be tolerated and are grounds for removal from the site of competition. Shooting for Johns Hopkins, number 23, Charlie Jackson. Baker. cross, number 2, Taz Anthony. Shooting for Rowan, number 2, Taz Canty. Foul. That was on Rowan's number 10. Time out, Rowan. open. Again, the concession stand is open and it is located in the lobby. Also, Rowan basketball would like to offer a special welcome to our youth teams today. Team Hopkins Basketball Academy and the King of the Jungle team. Welcome.
If I lose, I'll respond with respect.
If I win, I'll back it up with humility.
If I fail, I'll rise up with honor. It's tough for us to put it all on the line.
Don't undo my hard work with poor sportsmanship.
Respect. It's the name of the game.
In one word, if I had to describe Trifecta Therapeutics,
if I had to describe Trifecta in one word, it would be empower. The purpose of Trifecta Therapeutics would be to empower the athletic community.
I just really like the population of having active individuals and people who really want to get back, doing whatever they could to get back and want to be part of that process.
We want them to feel like this is an environment where they belong and where they're going to get the best possible care.
This is a professional environment. They're all working with their doctor of physical therapy, but I want them to be comfortable and fun.
Not only do we want to rehab you from your injuries, we want to get you to an optimal place as an athlete.
My clients are also they're active, they're hungry, they all want to get back to something.
They're focused and they're dedicated. That's a perfect combination.
You really want to be challenged and get to your goals faster. That's what I would say from here.
Across divisions, sports, championships, and schools for nearly 500,000 student athletes. College sports create lifelong opportunity, and that starts with education. We've raised the academic bar, so more are earning degrees, creating healthier campuses by working with the nation's brightest minds, and making sure more have the chance to succeed and are supported on their journey. But beyond the numbers, it's about opportunity, and we're working to provide it for every student athlete.
Passion's love. Passion is love for what you do. Because I think when you face challenges, it comes down to how much you want it and how much you love it. Passion is what keeps you going forward. Seeing so many people that were like-minded and so hardworking in their sport and academics, being surrounded by like-minded people makes you want to be more passionate. I think it pushes you to a different level that maybe you didn't think you had, and you can do the best of both worlds and love all of it.
Number 32, Kyle Hornsby. Inside the 30, touchdown. Michaela Burgess.
An incredible finish by Hall.
The NCAA and its member schools offer nearly 500,000 college athletes a path to go pro in something other than sports. Learn more at ncaa.org.
Proportion to me is the lived experience of our Division III student athletes. They balance life from an academic perspective and the rigors of competing at a high level, bonding with teammates and building lifelong friendships. But they also are involved in their communities. They work jobs and internships and volunteer. They've learned to be resilient. Diverse experiences are setting them up for the future.
At Rowan University, we are forever forward, driving innovation, inspiring tomorrow's leaders and problem solvers, ensuring access to an education that's designed for an ever-changing world. We're improving life through groundbreaking research, advancing healthcare, business, science, technology, and more. Rowan University, leading forever forward for 100 years.
I believe sportsmanship is a mutual admiration and respect for your fellow competitors. We all go through a lot to reach the point where we compete against one another. It's important to realize that. So once we're finally on the field or on the court or on the starting block, we look at each other as fellow human beings and not just competitors. Being able to recognize the hard work that other athletes are putting in creates a more positive and inclusive environment.
On September 4th, 1923, the first students in Rowan University's first century stepped into their own future and began to establish a legacy that would grow exponentially beyond their noble calling as teachers, beyond anything the founders could imagine, with each generation striving as learners, as pioneers and leaders, as artists and communicators, as colleagues and competitors, as friends who became family, as professors invested in potential, as students who came to college to better themselves and create a better future for others. From the beginning, more than time marched forward, the institution and its environs evolved. Dreamers asked, what if? Explorers asked, where next? Leaders asked, why not? And each time, thinkers and doers found a way together, beyond the horizon, beyond expectations, beyond what anyone could have done alone. At the start of our second century, excellence is still our standard. Service is still our mission, to teach and inspire, to heal and help. Rowan University proudly celebrates 100 years, honoring all who made it possible to become who we are today, and the promise of all we aspire to in our second century.
Comprehensive learning is being able to adapt to experiences and apply the things that I learned. Being an athlete and juggling academics helped me grow as a person, and things that I've learned, I was able to apply it in another field, putting them into everyday life. Developing comprehensive learning helped me prioritize certain things to make sure I get to where I want to be.
I had numerous family members who've been taken away from heart disease and stroke. That drove me to pursue knowledge about health and well-being. Playing college football gave me an opportunity to get myself into college.
Goes to Parks. He's in the end zone.
That's when I decided that I want to go into personal trainer. I felt I would have a great opportunity to share my knowledge about well-being within Detroit. I hope to reach as many people as I can.
At Rowan University, our momentum is unstoppable, pushing forward, pushing boundaries, and blazing our own path. We don't wait for the future, we make it, preparing new leaders to face the challenges of tomorrow, creating innovative pathways to earn a degree on your terms, attracting a community of unique students who are ready to make their mark on the world. So make your mark and be unstoppable at Rowan University.
Football has taught me a lot throughout my life. It's definitely had a huge imprint on who I am as a person. Competing at a Division III level created that opportunity for me to go to college. Not only was I the first one in my family to graduate college, but I was really the first one to even go. Being the first one, I'm breaking that
And we welcome you to SB Gymnasium here in Glassboro, New Jersey. I am Luke Brown here with you for the second half of play against Johns Hopkins. It was a close 3-point game last time these two teams met, and it is close here again. Let's take a look at your first half highlights. It is a Rowan team that allowed a run from Johns Hopkins late in the first half. 40-34 is where you stand in terms of a score. The leading scorer for the Profs is number 10 forward Khalil Baker. He has 9. Dan Mason has 2 3-pointers for 6 points himself. Bryson Williams hit a 3. He's got 3 points. Taz Canny has 3. Michael Perrone has 2 alongside Nafi Muhammad. Ifeoki Byron with 4. And Chris McCarron has 5 points and a 3-pointer of his own. In terms of things for Johns Hopkins, well, they are led in scoring by Charlie Jackson, the guard. He has hit a 3 of his own. He's 1 for 4 from beyond the arc and 4 for 12 from the field with 9 points total, as well as 6 rebounds. And rebounding certainly something the Profs are going to have to battle through in this second half. They're getting out-rebounded 24-17 by Johns Hopkins. So it is a Hopkins team that finished off the half strong. Rowan needs to have a hot start here in the second half. We'll see if they can take care of that here as the second half begins. Again, I'm Luke Brown here in Glassboro, New Jersey. On the floor, it is Dan Mason, Khalil Baker, Bryson Williams, Taz Canty, and Michael Perrone for the Profs. Perrone is going to inbound at half court to Canty. And Canty out of the backcourt gets us set and away. Second half underway in Glassboro. Perrone off the dribble handoff from Canty. Now Khalil Baker underneath, guarded quite closely, trying to spin his way to the basket. He does not get the points and knocks it out of bounds on his second attempt. So Johns Hopkins is going to have it right back. It'll be Logan Feller. He inbounds it to Wyatt Eglinton Manor. Wyatt Eglinton Manor, the guard, sophomore guard. Now underneath, Baker. The defender now, Bryson Williams, in the corner, defending against Eglinton Manor. He goes to the rack, doesn't get it. Dan Mason on the rebound, and Bryson Williams pushes it ahead to Taz Canty. Canty with some misdirection and finishes, and this game is back within 4. Eglinton Manor bringing it up again. Perrone and Williams up top. Eglinton Manor the 3. Doesn't hit. Gets his own board off the tip. Passes it out. Another 3, same spot. This one is not going to hit anything. It goes straight out of bounds. So Taz Canty will bring the ball up for the Profs yet again, trying to get this game within 1 or 2. Again, close one last year. Ended up in the Profs' favor, 74-71 against the Blue Jays from Baltimore. Baker attacks the rack and gets it. Falls on his way back to the defensive end, but it doesn't matter. Got the points and just went straight after the paint on that attempt. Taz Canty trying to pick a pocket from behind. Isn't able to, and now the board goes right back to Charlie Jackson, who kicks out. Hopkins on the 3, no good off the back iron. Another offensive rebound. And now underneath it is jammed home. Tonti Felly for Johns Hopkins. 3rd time, or maybe it was even the 4th, was the charm. Taz Canty in the paint, cannot get this one to bounce in. A fingertip roll doesn't hit. 42-38, the Johns Hopkins lead. Left side wing. Still working for it. Charlie Jackson. Now it's right back to the hot hand, but taken away by a hotter hand in Taz Canty. Canty using some speed, dishes it out. Williams. Williams hits the mid-ranger. 2-point game, 42-40. Feller to the right side wing, and a cash from Jeb Williams, the junior from Madison, Connecticut. brings this game back within 5. Here is number 5, Bryson Williams. Ife Oki-Byron at the scorer's table waiting to check in. 2 Blue Jays there as well. Khalil Baker. Baker has a size advantage, and this is going to be a blocking foul. Blocking foul on Tonti Felly, who had the dunk moments ago. Baker gets back up and walks it off. He was coming out anyways, I would believe, for Oki-Byron, who's in now. Dan Mason also checks out. No, Mason, so Oki-Byron was probably coming in for Mason. They flexed it to Baker when Baker hit the deck pretty hard, and he's all right. Just hit the deck pretty hard, so Mason's going to stay in and get the ball right off the jump. Dribble handoff, Canny. Flipped it up to him. Canny's got a wide open man, and Oki-Byron, who has to pump fake, and a smart play by him. This game's back within a possession. 16:33 left to go in the second half. Profs looking for their first win of the year. They are 0-3. Every single loss has been within single figures. And here is the dish out for a three-pointer. It's off the front of the iron. Bounces around. Perron's got it in stride. Guarded one-on-one. Euro steps and scores. And right back on defense he goes. Good play by Perron. Catch that ball in transition and never looked back. Double team defense. Can't leave anybody open. It's Perron again in stride this time. He picked it off. Williams trying to finish. Profs looking for a lead, and they won't get it here, but they could get it at the line. Bryson Williams will be the man to do it. It looks like we might have a timeout here. So yes, we do. This game is within 1 point. Hopkins has the lead. Bryson Williams will try to tie it up when we return on Rowan Athletics. Profs have this game within 1. Michael Perron with the scoop and score. He got it in stride. Started off a little bit of momentum for this Profs team. See what they can do. 15:53, and here is Perron. Just gets it right in transition. Euro step to create separation, score, and then he picked off another pass, and that's where we are now, as Bryson Williams will have a shot at the line here and a chance to tie us up at 45 apiece. His first rolls in, was about to say no good. Hit the front of the iron and just caught the corner. That ball goes in. Now for a lead for the Profs. Also good, straight in from Williams, and it is 46-45. Ife Oki-Byron set up at midcourt on the defensive end. Forces Johns Hopkins to play a little cat and mouse, and there's another turnover. Profs with some strong defense. Here's Perron. Out to Canny. Taz Canny to Oki-Byron, who slams it home. Profs lead by 3. Still a ton of time left in this game. We'll see where it takes us. Corner 3, Hopkins hits. Strong shot by Logan Feller. Taz Canny. It's been an electric point guard in the last few minutes. Weaves around. Perrone to Williams. Williams a deep one. Yes, he hits! Bryson Williams. Go ahead three-pointer. Hopkins and the Profs in a chess match. Profs looking for another turnover. They won't get it. And a foul at the rack on Taz Canny. Nick Kleiber at the line, the junior from Bloomington, Indiana. It is not him at the line, excuse me. It is Justin Wang. Freshman from Michigan. Hits the back iron, popped up. That's the thing about Johns Hopkins. As you look down this roster, you're not going to find a ton of local kids. Hopkins, obviously a world-renowned institution. Medical program is obviously extremely strong. That's what they're known for. So because of that, they get students from all over the country, and that translates to athletics too. You're looking at Tonsi Felly, who we've seen a good bit of, is from Scottsdale, Arizona. He's next to the roster to Tomas Bruzzoni, who's from Austin, Texas. And the list goes on of the distance that you're going to find. Taz Canny is guarded closely by Wong up top. Canny dribbles around, had it out to Baker, slipped past Baker's hands and got to Chris McCarron. Chris McCarron, shot clock at 6. Canny, deep one. That'll be off the mark on the right side of the rim, 51-49. Hopkins looking for a 4-point lead. They won't get it, and another foul. This time it's on Bryson Williams, and this time it will be Nick Kleiber at the line. Kleiber's first, up and good. Kleiber's second good as well. We're tied at 51 with 14 minutes to go. Chris McCarron, captain point guard, brings it up. Bryson Williams accepts the handoff. Now Kamai Orange to Baker. Baker driving, attacking, gets his own block board, and has it good to go, 53-51. Hopkins swinging it around the three-point line. Going to reset the offense with Kleiber. Kleiber to the corner. Hopkins 3 for the lead. No good. Bryson Williams bringing it up court. To Dribble handoff back to Williams. Chris McCarron to Williams yet again. Williams underneath Oki Byron. McCarron, no good. Baker got a board, it hit off maybe his knee. And now dished out for Hopkins on transition. Into the lane, and Baker, I believe, just hit the wrong part of the body. He gets whistled for the foul. To be an inbounds foul, with Johns Hopkins looking to tie things up. Kamai Orange, tight press up top. It's Williams and Orange up top. Orange trying to stay with it, the freshman. Seamless transition on defense. Open shooter for Hopkins, it slipped through his hands. Shot clock at 2, underneath finish. What a finish by Charlie Jackson, the senior. Here's Chris McCarron, change directions. trying to go underhand. Isn't able to do it. Picks the pocket of the rebounder. Same man who just scored in Charlie Jackson, who has the ball yet again. 12 minutes to go in this one. Oki Byron trying to stay with it. And a finish at the rack for Charlie Jackson. Here's Williams. Chris McCarron. Underneath, and it is stripped away. Phenomenal job by Logan Feller reading that one. Profs can't allow a run here like they did to end the first half. Chris McCarron strips Jackson. Could go out of bounds, and it does, but off the hands of a prof. 11:30 and a timeout on the floor. 11 minutes, 30 seconds left in this second half. It is 55-53. Johns Hopkins has possession when we return on Rowan Athletics. I'm Luke Brown.
If I lose, I'll respond with respect.
If I win, I'll back it up with humility.
If I fail, I'll rise up with honor. It's tough for us to put it all on the line.
Don't undo my hard work with poor sportsmanship.
Respect. It's the name of the game.
In one word, if I had to describe Trifecta Therapeutics,
If I had to describe Trifecta in one word, it would be empower. The purpose of Trifecta Therapeutics would be to empower the athletic community.
I just really like the population of having active individuals and people who really want to get back, giving whatever they could to get back and want to be part of that process.
We want them to feel like this is an environment where they belong and where they're going to get the best possible care.
This is a professional environment. They're all working with their doctor of physical therapy, but I want them to be comfortable and fun.
Not only do we want to rehab you from your injuries, we want to get you to an optimal place as an athlete.
My clients are also they're active, they're hungry, they all want to get back to something.
They're focused and they're dedicated. That's a perfect combination.
Inbounds for Johns Hopkins, Jeb Williams, guarded by Bryson Williams. Kamai Orange up top, now the screen. Orange playing close defense. Handed out to the three-point line. Oki Byron on defense. Little separation, that's going to be short. Baker collects the scraps. McCarron sets up the offense. Williams gets a screen from Baker. Williams, mid-ranger, no good. Corner three, Hopkins. Rattles around a little bit. Baker gets a rebound. They've been leaning on Baker for those rebounds, and he has delivered as of recent. Dan Mason and Taz Canny on the block. McCarron to Oki Byron, who gets his own board and may have stepped out of bounds. Yes, he did. So Baker will check out after a hard-fought second half up to this point. And Dan Mason will check in for him. Taz Canty comes in for Chris McCarron. Hopkins ball fake on the left wing three. Now they have an open man there. Another ball fake as man steps into the lane, and the finger roll from Nick Kleiber is good to go. Hopkins lead up to 4. Bryson Williams to Canny. Canny gets a screen from Mason. Canny finishes right under the rack. Made that one look easy. Corner three off the back iron. Whistle blows. It looks like this will be on Dan Mason. Michael Perrone comes in for Ife Okibyron, but cannot do it right now. This might have to be, well, now he can come in. Michael Perrone checks into the game for Okibyron. Entry pass underneath, and they're going to call a travel on Tonti Felly, who's been a pretty solid presence underneath. That'll be a fun matchup to watch with him and Dan Mason here. Very similar in terms of size. Felly is 6'7", Mason is 6'8". Bryson Williams on a long one. Foul goes against Jeb Williams, the junior guard from Madison, Connecticut. So here is Bryson Williams at the line. First season with the Profs came last year. There's a chance to tie it up with 2 shots. Made his first. Second is good. We are tied at 57. He'll get a third as well, since it was a shooting foul on a 3-pointer. So Bryson Williams, for the second time this half, has a chance to put Rowan up by a point from the free throw line. And he does. 58-57. And that is a huge strong suit for Bryson Williams, that he has been able to shoot so well on free throws in this game. Johns Hopkins trying to work themselves down and score. They cannot. Kamai Orange's entry or outlet pass is tipped. Hopkins has it right back. And on the block, the score is good for Wyatt Ellington Manor, sophomore guard. Kenny almost had an and one. He will go to the line. So now we get a chance to see how well Taz Canty can do things. Something certainly to watch here, as that foul goes against Wyatt Ellington Manor. Excuse me, no, it does not. Believe it is on Jeb Williams, who has 4 now personal fouls. And Canty sinks his first, ties it back at 59. Seems like difference for the Profs is really being made at that free throw line. Profs go up a point again from the line, 60-59 now. 8:31 left to play in this game. Dan Mason is down, all the way down, guarding Tonti Felly. The inbounds pass goes to Wyatt Ellington Manor. He now has it, guarded by Kamai Orange. Ellington Manor is going to have to play fast if he wants to get by Orange. Orange is one of the quicker players noticeably on the court. Ellington Manor rises to the challenge. Passes it out, now back inside. Mason using his wingspan, but it is not enough as Charlie Jackson spins around and scores. And the Blue Jays have themselves a 1-point lead with 8 minutes to play. Taz Canty driving through. And that's another foul. Canty has played so fast and played kind of, I don't want to use the word rambunctiously because that kind of has a negative connotation, but really that's the right word. Canty has just been able to throw his body around so much that it causes those fouls. Ties us up yet again, 61s. Profs have another chance to take a 1-point lead on a free throw. Again, I reiterate, sound like a broken record, but this is really where the difference is being made for the Profs right now. As that one rolls, cannot get closer to going in the basket than that. And we're tied up. Ellington Manor, guarded closely by Bryson Williams. Now out to Felly, who hands it off for a three-pointer. Back iron, no good. Offensive rebound, back underneath for Felly. Swipe from Canny. Defense from Mason, not enough. And a timeout right off the points called by Johns Hopkins. It is 63-61. 2-point lead for Johns Hopkins as we trade leads and ties and changes in who has the upper hand back and forth. 7:35 left to go in this one from Esby. (63-61), the lead for Johns Hopkins after the timeout. Michael Perrone inbounds to Bryson Williams, and we're back underway with 7.5 minutes in this first home game for the Profs, home opener, looking for their first win of the year. Dan Mason, long three, rattled off the backboard and rim, but did not go. That 0-3 start for the Profs. You take a look at their results, they have been very close in their first three of the year. At Wilkes, lost by 9. Mary Washington, the number 15 ranked team in the nation, took them to overtime. 94-87 was the final there. And then the most recent loss at Drew up in Madison, New Jersey, 95-92, the result up at Drew. So here in a home opener would certainly put the Profs right back on track if they were able to get a win over Johns Hopkins. And then they are on the road on Thursday at Delaware Valley. And then on Tuesday, NJAC play begins, 2 days before Thanksgiving, the 25th. Men's and women's doubleheader up at Montclair State. Khalil Baker to Chris McCarron. Profs need 2 to tie. Baker trying to do just that against Tate Felly, and he does. And that's the size advantage you're going to get with Khalil Baker, the junior forward, who is 6'6", 245. And for a second there was guarding on the top of the key. Tipped off the hands, not of Dan Mason, it's tipped off of Johns Hopkins. That was certainly 50-50. Michael Perrone will be the inbounder. Johns Hopkins, Ryan Kane making his case for why that was not the right call and that should have gone back to Hopkins. Third season for Ryan Kane, third season for Eric Brennan as well. He was an interim head coach in that first year. Here's a perfect pass. Khalil Baker throws up the binoculars afterwards, and deservingly so. Found Chris Picard underneath, and that was all she wrote. Profs have a 2-point lead, looking to keep it. Hopkins looking for the lead. It is short, saved, kept in bounds for now, all the way out to the scorer's table. And that actually bodes better for the Profs. They're going to get it at midcourt instead of having to break by any full court press that they might have had to get by. Now a chance to extend the lead into 2 possessions. Baker driving throw, he gets the and one. Call it the Khalil Baker show in this second half. 6 minutes even, and the Profs have themselves a 2-point advantage, a 2-possession advantage, excuse me. Timeout called by Johns Hopkins, and Esby has come alive in this second half. It is 67-63. Khalil Baker has 17 points. He is 8 for 15 from the field, 1 for 3 from beyond the arc, 8 rebounds, which is team leading, not game leading. That would go to Charlie Jackson of Johns Hopkins. But you look at the rebounding battle, it has become a lot more slim than it was. It is now 36-30. Johns Hopkins still has that 6-point rebounding advantage, but really at the end of the day, all that matters is who comes out with more points and who's able to steal a win. But you take a look at these final 6 minutes, and you gotta like the trajectory of where Rowan is heading. Again, Jeb Williams of Johns Hopkins, who's played pretty decent. He is a starter in this game and has had a presence, has 4 personal fouls to his name. Tonte Felly also has 3. You got to make sure, if you're Johns Hopkins, that you keep him in, because he's the big body presence that you're going to need underneath. He only has 3 rebounds to his name. That this has not been necessarily his day. Still 8 points. And then Charlie Jackson, it's all about limiting what the amount of impact that Charlie Jackson has on this game. He's got 15. He's 7 for 18 shooting. He's taken 5 threes, as has Williams and Feller. So you see what you could do. You roll out all your dice here. This is a home opener. The crowd came out pretty nicely for this team. Khalil Baker. Conversation right down on the block with Charlie Jackson and the official. Baker at the line for his first free throw, his first and only off the end one. 5-point lead for Rowan. The common trend in the first 3 losses, they all had Rowan ahead late in the game. At least the last 2. The Wilkes game, they did not have a lead late. They did have a lead at 1 point, but not late in the game. But at Drew and at Mary Washington, they did. And were not able to come out on top. They got to do it today. Dan Mason gets the rebound. And there's another big possession for the Profs. Baker had some space, gave it up for Bryson Williams. Baker in the paint, draws the foul. Profs into the bonus now. Baker's first. Is short. He wasn't thrilled with himself missing the first shot. You could hear him from up here pretty clearly. Good news is he's got another chance here. Can put the Profs up 6, and he does. Baker's point tally up to 19. And now he's called for the foul. It's his third. Johns Hopkins head coach Ryan Kane was pretty convinced that was going to be a shooting foul because of the bonus, but he is wrong. Wyatt Ellington Manor dishes over right inside, and Baker is called for the foul. And now you got Baker with 4. Got to watch it. Jeb Williams, who has 4 of his own. Looking for his 4th point. And he gets it. Taz Candy comes in for Baker, who now, as mentioned, has to watch his foul count. Williams misses off the front iron on his first free throw. 5-point Profs lead, just under 5 minutes to go. Here is number 5 with a big shot, Nick Kleiber. 2-point game, 4:45. Candy called for the charge. And now all of a sudden things are swinging Johns Hopkins' way. They have a chance to tie or take a lead here. Off-ball foul called on Chris McCarron. And this, I believe, this does put Hopkins into the bonus. Blink and you missed a lot of Rowan fouls. There's been a lot in the last 2 minutes that now have the Blue Jays in the bonus. So even an off-ball foul is going to send Nick Kleiber to the line. Kleiber playing very well for Johns Hopkins. Misses the free throw. It was a 1-and-1, but he still has 14 points to his name. Pass to the left side. Taken away by Bryson Williams. Good job by him to limit the damage. Canty gets a screen off his left from Oki Byron. Mason, a big time shot. Rattles around, doesn't hit. 4 minutes to go. 2-point game. Kleiber to the corner. Back to Kleiber. Guarded by 2. Now Mason picks up Tonti Felly underneath. Hopkins trying to get the ball to Felly, and they do. 1-on-1 here. Mason is just too slow to get to Felly, who's able to finish. We're tied at 69 apiece. Williams, a deep one, but was fouled and is clutching his right ankle. Charlie Jackson is whistled for the foul. That is his 4th. Bryson Williams cannot make this one. We've talked all half about his free throw shooting. He is 5 for 5, now 5 for 6 at the line. 2 more shots for him. He is now 6 for 7 on that make. And yet again, got to go back and watch the tape about how many times this guy has put Rowan ahead by 1 point on a free throw. Now he puts him ahead by 2, and a whistle blows a timeout for the Profs after Bryson Williams goes 2 for 3 at the line, puts Rowan up by 2 points with 3 minutes and 20 seconds left to go in this non-conference matchup against Johns Hopkins. We're back in a moment on Rowan Athletics.
If I lose, I'll respond with respect.
If I win, I'll back it up with humility.
If I fail, I'll rise up with honor. It's tough for us to put it all on the line.
Don't undo my hard work with poor sportsmanship.
Respect. It's the name of the game.
(71-69) is the lead for the Rowan University Profs. It was 2 big free throws from Bryson Williams on a 3-point trip to, or 3-shot trip to the line. And he's been big down the stretch. here at the free throw line. Nearing 3 minutes to play. That one hits for Johns Hopkins. Jeb Williams. And now the Blue Jays hold a 1-point advantage. Lead changes galore in the second half. Taz Canny. To Williams. Top of the key. Just off the Prof logo. Williams creates some separation. Mid-ranger off the front of the iron on his attempt. Hopkins. Stripped away by Canny. McCarron's on the spot. Prof's got to get guys back, and that's what McCarron settles the ball down to do. Taz Canny, 2.5 to play. Dishes over to Mason. Mason's got his back turned to his defender in Kleiber. Or excuse me, Ellington Manners his defender at the time. It's back to Tante Felly, who is nowhere near Mason on a three-pointer. Rebound Oki Byron. Caddy steps through, hits the bottom of the backboard. Loose ball. Hopkins, nobody home. And the taken right advantage of Wyatt Ellington Manor. Nobody's home, and it's 74-71. Johns Hopkins ahead by 3. Oki Byron had his back turned and just did not see Wyatt Ellington Manor, who was able to take full advantage and take it right to the rack. So with 1:56 in the second half, the Profs find themselves down 3. And we've had lead changes and lead changes and lead changes back and forth in this game. Johns Hopkins on a 5-0 run in the last 124. They lead the rebounding battle 41-32, as that has been an issue for the Profs in these first 3 games, and now obviously including 20 minutes in the first half and 18:04 in the second half. The Profs have to rebound, and we'll see if they can do that here in the last 2 minutes. They're down 3. Again, lead changes have been aplenty. See what the Profs can do in the last 2 minutes. Taz Caddy, dribble handoff Williams. Now Perrone to Baker. Baker having himself a game, spins through, tried to get too crafty. Felt he couldn't run it on the left side, had to go underneath. Now Felly stripped away. This will stay Hopkins' ball. Perrone with a good job to limit the points. Profs find themselves playing catch-up here as Oki Byron's going to come in for Baker. Baker has put together a heck of an effort. 19 points for his day, 8 rebounds. That's team leading. A minute and a half to go. Finger roll finish. Kept in bounds. Ellington Manor dribbles all the way to the other side of the court off the baseline. Kleiber, just over a minute. Drives through off the backboard. Oki Byron collects. To Williams, Bryson Williams. Under a minute to go in this game. Profs seemingly need a three-pointer to tie, and a timeout is called, the full thing with 49 seconds flat to go. We return. Profs possession, down by 3 to Johns Hopkins in a thriller. Michael Perrone, the inbounder here for the Profs. 49 seconds to go. Profs down by 3. Need a big play here. Is Taz Canty the man to do it? We will see. To Williams. 40 seconds. Williams goes for 2. Misses off the glass. Profs need to defend and score. And they will have to resort to a foul. They fouled Nick Kleiber, who's had a heck of a day. Kleiber at the line. 14 points, 2 for 3 from the line. If he makes one, they're going to have a good shot. And he does. Second shot, also good. So Nick Kleiber in the clutch. Profs are going to need 2 possessions if they have a chance at tying this game up. Perrone, dribble handoff to Taz Canty. They got to run it up tempo. Canty spins through, 2 spins, and finishes. 3-point game, 20 seconds. Foul again, and this time it is Charlie Jackson who is 0 for 1 at the line. Has 15 points for Hopkins. Misses his first, makes things a little interesting. Now this is a big free throw. Getting a little loud here in SB. Second shot is good, 4-point lead. 15 seconds. Taz Canty drives, attacks, out of bounds. It'll stay with the Profs. 11.6. Pass goes out. Mason to Baker. Perrone, 3-pointer. Off the front of the iron, 3 seconds to go. And with 2 seconds flat, a foul is called. And technically, if Rowan were to shoot a long one and get fouled, this game is still within reach. But if you look a little bit more subjectively, Johns Hopkins has this wrapped up. Logan Feller's first is good. Feller's second, also good. And Rowan will take a long one to finish this game off. It is off the mark. I think it was after the buzzer either way. And Johns Hopkins escapes with a 6-point win over the Profs, 79-73. Profs find themselves on the losing end of another close one to start the year. They fall to 0-4, 0-1 at home. Still 0-0 in the NJAC, have not played a game in conference. That does it for our coverage tonight. I am Luke Brown, wrapping things up on Rowan Athletics. Thanks for tuning in.